light, and then there's the dark. There's the low vibrational energies, there's the high vibrational energies, and what will humanity choose? And it really comes down, like if you're watching Lord of the Rings, it really comes down to the moment at times where one choice in a direction out of alignment could have done everyone in. And it's really getting to that place on our planet where each of us are, I feel the angels are coming in so strong right now on our planet to help awaken the consciousness. And what they tell me is they're here to awaken the humans that are open, the ones that are listening, the ones that have suffered enough. And we have beautiful places we're going. We are ascending. We're ascending into these new realms. We are creating from a third dimension. We're going into fourth and fifth dimensional experiences and creating these realities that already really exist in another time space. And so a lot of us in our human minds, if we're very five sensory and we're just now starting to question things, the angels want you to remember not to be too hard on yourself if you're not able to really comprehend a lot of this. If some of it just seems like out of this world and it's blowing your mind, let it be that. Instead of resisting or struggling with it, just be open to the fact that something's blowing your mind, because I look at anything that blows my mind as an amazing opportunity, because it's showing that I'm expanding more, I'm opening more. There's always been more, I just wasn't open to it. So you know, it's kind of like everyone for a long time thought the world was flat, and until they got more and more information and kind of opened up their ability to even comprehend that the planet was round, they couldn't even see it. But it didn't mean it wasn't round. And so that's sort of like what's going on with our humanity, with humanity's shifts in consciousness, is that we are very much being given all this higher channeled information. We have angelic beings bringing in assistance all the time for this planet, sending healing to the very core of our earth and sending healing to all the humans, the animals. They're sending in this consciousness so that we'll awaken and realize our oneness, realize that we are so connected. And so if we think that we lash out and we hurt and we harm another to get ourselves in a better position, this is really insanity, and this is what our angels are coming in to awaken us to. And there will be a consequence to the behaviors. They say this to me all the time. We each will have opportunities to step in, to give ourselves to the light, to go into high vibration, what I like to refer to as alignment. When we're aligned with Source, we are one with the Christ consciousness or the unity consciousness, and that is where we thrive. That is where abundance resides. That's where magic and miracles, what we call miracles, but in truth, it's just us stepping into our power. We are all gods in creation. We are all awakening to our power. And so if we can for a moment just remember or tune into the fact that we're the spiritual being that's highly intelligent and we are experiencing a human awakening. This is more in alignment than I am a human being and I'm having some freaky experiences that are spiritual at times, that are kind of confusing and unclear, but really magical. We start to more identify with the human form, when in essence we are spiritual beings. And we are enjoying this process of humanity awakening, all of us together. And the angels have sent in many on the planet, all across the planet, to awaken consciousness. Beings like myself, when I was 2 years ago, Archangel Ariel was channeling through me. And it was blowing my mind. And I often, when I work with clients that this stuff's happening to them in the beginning, I just encourage them to be gentle with themselves, be open, be compassionate, and just listen. Because what you once thought you knew is now being challenged because it's no longer serving you. It's something you were clinging and attaching to, and it didn't ever mean it was truth. So we have to be really open right now at this time in our evolution to evolve without attachment, to completely be free of clinging, to what my angels say, stay in a place of great discernment at all times. What one energy was one day could shift in the next day. For example, you could be working with a friend, or you have a good friend, and one day you're good friends, you feel the love, you feel the alignment, the joy. Another day happens where their energy seems off, and you question, like, something's off in them. So what's going on? I kind of feel like they're manipulating me. I feel like they're in fear. I feel like they're trying to control my energy. This can happen in the blink of an eye. And this is what the angels are teaching us, is that we are vibrational beings, and it's really important that we are constantly aware of the vibration of others. We are constantly tuning into higher counsel for assistance and guidance. So if we feel confused about something, or we have a little bit of a gut feeling, something feels off, we don't just ignore that and blindly follow. This is not serving us any longer. We are being shown that something's off. Our intuition is speaking. And now the question is, are we listening? Are we going to call in for clarity and understanding? I encourage each of you to do this, because as you call in that wisdom, you will be shown greater truth. You will be shown greater understanding. We are in a time of separation of the lower vibrations and the higher vibrations. You could say good and evil, light and dark, whatever you want to relate it to. It's really a vibrational thing. But there are those that are the destruction, and it comes by certain acts. You go into complete fear and panic, and then you want to lash out and control those around you. And it is because of your fear, because you have forgotten your source connection. And this is not serving you. It's not serving your planet. It's not serving humanity. And if you don't awaken, it will be your demise. It will be the demise of humanity and the planet Earth. And so what I'm feeling is not a fearful doom and gloom message, but it's a message of hope to really know that we hold the power, that we can step in at any moment. We can claim that connection. We can listen. We can go into our heart space every moment and make sure that we are coming from a place of love and honor. And when you're in a place of love and honor, it doesn't mean that you're just a pushover and you allow everyone to treat you badly and you're just like, oh, I love everyone even if they're hateful. It's not like that. If someone is projecting hatefulness on you, you speak your truth and you stand your ground. You show them your healthy boundary, but you have love at your center. Your center, most everything is connected about love. It's about alignment and oneness. So sometimes setting a clear boundary to a human that is out of control and out of balance is loving yourself, it's protecting others, and it's also protecting and showing love to the one out of balance or out of control. So it's really important that we get that, because some of us are struggling to really stand in our power when it comes to dealing with misaligned beings that are very manipulative and very controlling. And what I am getting from the angels is that this is a time of great discernment of this. In ourself, the highest focal point is, where am I? Who am I? What am I reacting to at this time? Am I in a place of fear or love? At any time. The woman who wrote the book I'm telling you about, which I'm going to show it to you, it's called The Aerial Transmissions, and it's Angelic Messages from the Cosmos. This woman, she wrote a pen name, so this isn't her actual name, but her name on here is Joyce Thomas. And she was, in a moment where she was channeling this stuff and she was connecting. And then fear set in, and that fear sent her in a completely different direction. But it's not hopeless. It's not over. She was summoned into my little booth at that art festival at that moment, in that time, and that space, for a higher purpose, to help her remember who she is. The day I saw her, when she came and gifted me this book, I was so excited because she was connecting with this wisdom again. And she hugged me and thanked me for just helping her to remember who she was and to see that it wasn't over for her and that she could bring balance. A lot of humans have struggled for years to bring these higher channeled messages to humanity and to be treated with respect. I've been there. A lot of us have. We've shared the wisdom. We've helped our parents, we've helped our neighbors, our friends, our communities, and oftentimes been misunderstood or looked at with great fear because there's a lack of understanding and comprehension. Many that aren't open enough don't understand this consciousness. And so it's really important that we stay centered in our love space. We keep emitting a frequency and a signal and a vibration of love. And if anything, if you're not sure what to do,
Okay, come back. Tanya.
am I back? Are you there, Amnon?
Hey,
You are now.
Come back.
Okay. Did it lose very much, or was it just a little quick blip? Should I keep speaking?
Go.
Okay. All right. So sorry about that. We lost connection for a moment. But basically, back to where I was connecting is that we each have power to be a catalyst for change and love. I am aware that as I walk on this planet, there are many in a lower vibration of fear, competition, judgment, anger, sadness, and sickness. I am here to assist with that. So it's really important that as each of us are coming into a higher vibration and we're claiming our power, that we stay in that high vibration and we assist, but we don't get caught up in that external world or that external vibration in a way that pulls us down. And that's something that each of us has to be very mindful of, because then in a moment we could be hooked and triggered by someone's misalignment, and next thing we know, we're feeling fear and we're feeling confusion and anger. So this can happen. This is part of the human conditioning. Each of us has power, however, and when a moment like that happens, speak your truth, set your healthy boundary, step away from the energy if you need to, and often you do, and go into a space in your heart where you are sending love and light. You are learning your lesson. What is it that this came to your world for? How is it that this moment just manifested for you, and why? These are your greater questions. Each of you are manifesting things, very important things and situations, to bring awakening for each of you. Some of these situations you're manifesting are going to be dark, and they're going to be sad, and they're going to be hurtful and negative, what you call negative, but many of you needed it that way. You've called it forth for yourself to awaken so that you would step back into your power. Some of you are just bringing in blissful, amazing, high vibrational experiences because you are centered in that vibration, and you know that that is what your truth is, and you're not even giving energy to the lower vibration. This is wisdom, and it's going to serve you to keep going higher even when others won't follow. Part of what becomes tricky for some humans is your attachment. You have a lot of attachment to each other. So if I am vibrationally rising and my brother's not, or my daughter's not, or my husband's not, then I don't know what I do. So a lot of you sink back down to try to prove it or challenge these ones to come there. And in essence, the best thing you can do is keep evolving, keep ascending, let them catch up. If they don't catch up, you don't want to go back down. And this is something that's tricky to the egoic mind, because the egoic mind is all about attachment, and it thinks it has to stay attached to be safe. Your true soul is all about evolution and expansion. It needs nothing to feel safe. It doesn't need attachment. It seeks truth, alignment, and wisdom, harmony, beauty, love. This is the path of the soul. And the angels are encouraging each of you to stick to the path. Stay to the path. Many of you know you've done yoga, you've come to meditation, you've connected with the angels, you've channeled at moments and you felt blissfully connected. And then something happens that creates fear or triggers the fear, and you go this direction, you get off of the path. some for just a few minutes, and some for years and lifetimes. And so it's really important that we remember to get back on the path. So I'm going to pause for a second, see, is there any questions, Amnon, or any comments coming in?